Let's stick with politics, and after a spectacular falling out with One Nation leader Pauline Hanson, Senator Brian Burston announced this past week that he was leaving the party and would sit as an independent. Senator Burston's decision means One Nation is now reduced to only 2 senators, significantly reducing its bargaining power in the Senate.
Into that gap, a new Conservative bloc has formed, what it calls the Loose Alliance. Now, to tell us more about this, we're joined now by the Liberal Democrat leader, Senator David Leyonhjelm, in the studio. Senator, thanks so much for coming in.
Good morning.
In regards to Brian Burston, do you think he will join this Loose Alliance?
Yes, I think so. You get more done in the Senate, you do have more leverage, you have a greater ability to get the government to do things that you'd like to see done if you have more than one vote. Up to date, what's happened is the government needs all but 2 of the crossbench to achieve a majority. The 76 senators, it needs a majority of 39. It has 31 votes of its own, so it needs 8 extra votes. There are 10 crossbenches now, and it needs 8 out of those 10. So it can afford to lose 2 votes only from the crossbench. Now, in the past, up to date, the Nick Xenophon group had 3, so they were capable of blocking something. Pauline Hanson, well, she started with 4, now she's down to 2. So she could block stuff before, now she can't. If she votes against something and everybody else on the crossbench votes for it, the government still has the numbers. So what's changed now is the relevance of the alliance I have with Corey and Fraser Anning, and hopefully Brian will join that too. But even without that, with just 3 of us, we still have enough to oblige the government to get us on board, if you like, otherwise they're in trouble.
How would you describe that loose alliance, as you call it then? So you've got the Australian Conservatives with Corey Bernardi, Fraser Anning, who was One Nation, now he then moved to the Katter Party, but that may be under threat at the same time.
Yeah.
Yourself and now Brian Burston. That's quite a grab bag there, isn't it?
From the outside looking in, yeah, it is. But we get on quite well at a personal level. Corey is very good on economics. I think he's conservative, as he describes it, on social issues. So, the Liberal Democrats are Libertarian, so we reckon the government should get out of your pocket and off your back, full stop. And out of your bedroom, out of your private life, and also out of your pocket. Corey's pretty much with me on the economic side. He's a small government, low tax inclined guy. And so we agree on most economic things, not everything, but the majority. On social issues, we're a fair way apart.
An example being what?
Oh, same-sex marriage, assisted suicide, drugs. You know, he's on the opposite side of the ledger from where I am. Fraser Anning is a very smart guy. He is strong on civil liberties. He's also pretty much on my page as far as economics is concerned, in that he thinks the government doesn't help. The government makes things worse, and it should just butt out, leave people alone to get on with their life. He's quite in favour of lower taxes, as am I, as is Corey. So now Brian Burston's position has been determined by Pauline up to now. She is the leader of One Nation. What she says goes. So now he has his own position to determine, and I think he's fairly sensible. I've got to know him fairly well in the time we've been together there. He's pretty sensible and practical. He has a small business background, so I think we'll probably find a fair bit of common ground.